Francis Albert DiMartini.
Anthony Demas.
Martin N. DeMeo.
Francis Deming.
Carol Keys Demitz.
Kevin Dennis.
Thomas Francis Dennis.
This is 9/11. That's Ground Zero in New York as they read the names of those that perished.
And this is a live shot from downtown Greenville of us trying to honor and remember the best that we can. It's a day we'll never forget.
We can't forget it. Shouldn't. Where is that flag? That is
Right
down
down
the
there.
street, one of the construction sites they have of the American
we
flag.
have
thing.
asked you to get on Facebook and tell us how you knew about the news or what you were doing when you heard it. Here's a fella said he was going scuba diving, and when he heard about it, he wanted to go straight home to his 4-year-old.
I mean, that's like your first response. You want to grab your family and just hug them. Megan Dodgen said she was sitting in art class at Emerald High School.
In Greenwood?
In Greenwood. Yeah. Sandy Chris says we were living in Billings, Montana at the time. I remember waking up and turning the TV on and was watching the news due to the time difference that had already happened.
Yeah, it was 8:46 or so. A lot of people obviously were at work. I hadn't, since I worked late at night as a weather guy.
I was at a college fair in high school.
You were at
Like
what? Fair?
to go
Looking
to
for
see
college.
what colleges you were going
And
to do.
people were like, that no one knew what was going on. I remember nothing happened at school that day.
Yes.
And I remember going into our band room. We had band rehearsal after school, and my band director said, no instruments, just gonna sit here. And he's like, the world has changed forever. And we didn't know what that meant.
Right.
We just sat there, and that was it. It was like,
I was on my way to a political science class and saw it like on our TV at our house. I was in with 6 other girls in college. I was like, wait, is this a little small plane? We're like, oh my gosh, that poor pilot, he must have been disordered. And then,
people were like, I know.
you know, but then it was like, wait, are we watching a replay? No, this is a second one, and it was right then. You're like, this is not an accident. This was not
That's
an
when you knew
accident.
something had changed and something was wrong. So.
Yes.
Well, a lot of people I say were at work, McDonald's. Somebody was working at McDonald's when they heard about it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we like getting your responses. You know, Bob Jones University is honoring those that lost their lives in the terrorist attack of 9/11. Jennifer Martin has a closer look at the school's large display of American flags and a piece of steel that actually came from Ground Zero.
Dozens of Bob Jones University students volunteered to place each of these 2,977 flags in the ground, days before the 18th anniversary of 9/11, with reverence.
It's a flag for every victim of 9/11 that is represented out there, and we just take some time to reflect before putting them up.
Along with the flag display, the school has a replica of the famous cross at Ground Zero that's now in the National September 11th Memorial Museum in New York City.
It's important not only just to have these displays, but to tell our stories and remind these younger generations that Americans can unite.
Inside the school's Welcome Center, there's a 40-pound steel girder that was saved from the remains of the North Tower of the World Trade Center.
Seeing this here on the campus definitely brings it down to earth that, wow, lives actually were lost, and there were heroes, and there was a unity that I feel like America is really missing nowadays. And so this is a great visual reminder that we as Americans can unify.
Though many of these students were just toddlers at the time of the tragedy, they say it's an important tradition and hope it continues for years to come.
The incoming class was born in 2001, so they have absolutely no recollection of the event. And so members of my generation, while we might not be able to truthfully say that we remember, we can affirm that we will never forget.
For York Carolina, I'm Jennifer Martin.
Now that steel girder from the North Tower is on display right now at the BJU Welcome Center from 7:30 this morning until 7 o'clock tonight. After tomorrow, it'll move to the lobby of the Rodehaver Auditorium, and it will be on display there all year long.
Have you guys ever been to that?
No.
They've done it for a couple years. It is remarkable to stand there in front of all those flags and realize that each of those flags represents an American life. I mean, that lost their life in 9/11. Like it's different when you see it represented in something that's so tangible, you know. And of course their family members, we don't know those people, so it's hard to be like, well, I don't know that person's name.
Right.
But when you see like these flags, nearly 3,000 flags out there, it's remarkable.
You know, another thing I couldn't help but mention, we think so highly of our policemen, our firemen, but you know, their jobs became more heroic after that.
Oh, yes.
We thought maybe we should reevaluate how much praise we give our people.
Absolutely.
Because they really are heroes.
They put their lives in danger every day. Absolutely.
Well, coming up next, the Indy Festival, the Indy Craft Festival is happening this weekend, and Jamarcus Gaston, you're going to be showing us some of the great crafts when we come back.
All kind of neat stuff that you can get there. Plus, don't forget, if you're thinking about something good to eat tonight, Wings Etc., located on Highway 9 in Boiling Springs, has fantastic food. Tomorrow night, the Panthers and the Bucks play a little NFL. Go out there and watch the games. They've got all these speakers, so you'll have a great time. And then, of course, Saturday, big SEC matchup right here on CBS, South Carolina, Alabama. Wings Etc. will be a fantastic place to watch that one. And then just stay all night. Go ahead and watch Clemson and Syracuse at 7:30. Tell Scott that Megan, Jack, and Jamarcus sent you. He'll hook you up with something real good.